That worked? You clicked that? No, don't leave a comment now. You gotta hear me out. I don't make the rules. Don't you comment now.
You sneaky Pete.
Let's just take a second. Take a breath.
Let me be clear.
This is a video about Modern Warfare 2. People keep saying it's bad and all their reasons are really stupid. And don't say bad UI, bad spawns, missing modes, frequent crashing. I have a few points to make, but first let me break down the types of gamers that apply here. Number 1. Old school Call of Duty players. These guys want a fast-paced arcade shooter where the primary skills tested are reaction time and aim. They want frags and that's basically it. Bod feed! Throw themselves in head first, try to move their hitbox around however they can, and they blast away. I'm gonna throw you guys a bone later, just give me a second. Number 2, Zoomers and Twitch streamers. These people want to crush, dismantle, and destroy every player they come across. These people want as much of a skill gap as possible because they want to be at the top of it and they want their enemies at the bottom of it. They also whine a lot when they don't win.
Like the fact that I can't fucking hear this guy sprinting in because I'm
There's lots of overlap between this and the first group, and lots of people in this group identify as the first group despite not actually belonging to it. You may hear these people say things like, Modern Warfare 2 in 2009 had fast movement, in a conversation about slide canceling. Number 3, competitive shooter fans. These are fans of games like Counter-Strike, Valorant, and Rainbow Six Siege. They're used to moving somewhat slowly and methodically in an attempt to practically complete an objective. They're concerned with things like utility, positioning, and crosshair placement. Well, the good players are, not the fucking people I queue with. These guys actually plant the bomb in search and destroy. Number 4, tactical shooter players. This is a broad bunch, but generally they enjoy realism, low time to kill, and intelligent use of things like smoke and cover. These people play things like Squad, Arma, or even more casual games like Insurgency and even Battlefield. I understand that I'm not being very precise here, but there's lots of groups to cover and I can make my point more easily this way. MW2 has a lot of changes that appeal to the third and fourth group, but not to the first two. Look at this, Controlled fucking Pairs made a Call of Duty video. This is clearly a different brand of COD. This game also has a very low time to kill. Something to keep in mind is that all of real warfare and tactics is based on the idea of a low time to kill, because people aren't all that bullet resistant. Running in warfare is generally done from cover and concealment to more cover and concealment. Call of Duty players, especially the old school ones, tend to favor a playstyle called rushing, which involves holding sprint and running directly towards the next conflict. They rely on quick reflexes and aim down sight speeds in order to outpace and out-aim their opponent. Call of Duty is the only community where I hear the term sprint out time even used. Modern Warfare 2 has slower aim down sight speeds and a quick time to kill, so the person who gets their gun up first has a massive advantage on whoever gets their gun up second. The first two groups will refer to this as catering to low skill players, but in actuality, it's just testing a different skill set. Rainbow Six Siege isn't catering to low skilled players, it's relying on them to gather intel and make rapid intelligent decisions on that intel. There's a reason Modern Warfare 2 has a camera, a decoy, and a portable radar as field upgrades. The game wants you to expend resources to discover the location of your enemies so you can get an advantage on them. This is much the same with footstep audio. Old players think this helps campers, because rushers can be heard approaching and the person not moving is time to get their gun up first, giving them the advantage from earlier. But that's the thing. If you know you're approaching a gunfight in a game like Rainbow Six Siege, and you don't have your gun up when the gunfight starts, you lose the gunfight. Jack Frags made a great video recently talking about the needed change in playstyle for players to succeed in this game. Despite what streamers may tell you, you don't need to camp, you just need to slow down and pay attention. Let me repeat this. It is not about catering to lower skill players, it's about testing a different skill set. I felt crazy when I saw the response to this game from COD streamers and YouTubers, even though I was enjoying the game a ton. But then I saw people like Gregor, Jack Frags, and SixSnipes playing it and loving it, and I realized the issue. This game appeals to these gamers, just not these gamers. To be fair though, I've played some TDM lately, and camping is a lot more common in that mode specifically. Just play Kill Confirmed, it's way better. You know Kill Confirmed was specifically created as a game mode to stop COD players from camping?
It's an arcade shooter, not a milsim.
If you think not bunny hopping and slide canceling makes something a milsim, I don't know what to say to you. Are you under the impression that Counter-Strike is a military simulation? This game has a lot more in common with Counter-Strike than it does with Arma.
Call of Duty has always been fast.
As someone who's been playing a lot of Modern Warfare 2, in an attempt to write a video about it, let me tell you right now, that game is not fast by any modern standard. Strafe speeds were faster, but it's nothing like this shit.
You're just coping. Stop camping.
If I want to snipe, I sit on a rooftop and snipe. Then, I switch buildings and I snipe from there. There's a reason that shots can be hit from hundreds of meters away in this game. Sniping is an intended playstyle. Just because you come up with a weird name for something like hardscoping, it doesn't make it any less intentional in the design or valid as a playstyle. The obsession from COD players against campers is cringe as shit. Spawn peeking in Siege is cheese, but no one over the rank of Silver whines about it because they just get good and kill them first. This game has drill charges, portable radars, cheap UAVs, and Ghost isn't available for like half the match. If the low skill player is so bad, find him and kill him.
Behind us.
This is Call of Duty,
not Battlefield.
This is Call of Duty, and it isn't Battlefield, but Battlefield hasn't been good since Battlefield 1, so if DICE isn't going to make a good game, then I'm going to take what I can get.
COD is supposed to be casual, not competitive, and it's definitely not supposed to be realistic.
What Call of Duty is and isn't supposed to be is completely arbitrary and up to the developers. Infinity Ward seems to like adding realism to their games, and a subset of players, mainly the fourth category from earlier, seem to love it as well.
This isn't what I want out of a COD game.
Now that is a fair argument that not enough people are willing to make. I can be sympathetic and even empathetic to that position. I'm an old school Assassin's Creed fan. I know what it's like to have a franchise that I care about deeply transform into something that I hate right in front of me. I hate Assassin's Creed Valhalla with a burning passion, but I don't yell at the players playing it for playing it like it's an action RPG because it plays like one. You can absolutely say this isn't the direction you want from COD. You can even say it's a betrayal of the series' identity. But insulting people for playing correctly, to quote Sergeant Foley,
it makes you look like an ass.
If you hate Modern Warfare 2, that's fine, but that doesn't make it bad. Let me say this. The ideal situation for me going from here would be that Infinity Ward continues to make more tactical light COD games, and Treyarch can fill in for the players that want a more arcadey shooter. That way, everybody wins. I sort of hope for the same thing for Assassin's Creed. And Sledgehammer? I don't know about Sledgehammer, they can do whatever, I don't really care. And one more thing. If you want to have fun with this game, I really recommend sticking to objective-based game modes and playing that objective. People in this game really suck at doing that, to a pathetic degree. Stick together with your teammates. Low time to kill means refragging is super important, especially in no respawn modes. Especially when revives are on the table. If a guy kills your teammate and you kill him and he's all alone, not only do you keep the man count even, you're up a guy afterwards. For those of you that are in my lobbies, an objective is that thing on screen that the game tells you to do while you run around the map shooting at people. For real though. Play the objective and start worrying about your win-loss instead of your KD. Not like the game's keeping track of either anyway. For real though, this game's UI sucks! If you watch this far, you're allowed to leave a comment now. Have fun, or don't, I don't care. And as always, subscribe to my fucking YouTube channel!